said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will put total weather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Notre Dame's offense will take the first swing of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. He's
turning it on. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Dropping back, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I really don't understand the play call. Palmer, like 3rd and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on 3rd and long.
The Irish send out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The option look. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the side when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the ground. Nice job by the secondary, by this defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit forcing that incompletion.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. With jet sweep pass. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback keeper. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Grabbed on the outside, it's Penn. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Trying to get it to the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That Orange Bowl meeting in the college football playoff last year, a defensive struggle turned into a fourth quarter offensive explosion with the Irish coming out on top. You want to talk about two teams that really benefited from this expanded playoff field.
Yeah, and listen, Penn State did enough outside of the quarterback position a year ago. Drew Aller has got to play better when the big throw opportunities present themselves. This is an outstanding Notre Dame defense, but Penn State's quarterback has got to raise his level of play.
I just hope the game is as exciting as last year's, because it was literally a game of runs. 10-0 run, 17-0 run, and then down the stretch, who was going to make a play or a mistake? Penn State did it then. Can they correct that today?
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover and pick up that first down. He'll do it himself. And the ball is out, and they're after it. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
The offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Allen. Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. This quarterback part of their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
How about the taking the shot off the RPO? A lot of times you see RPO routes and you throw it real quick, whether it's a bubble or a glance, but they're like, nah, I'm going to fake the run right here, take a deep shot. The offense being very aggressive.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Jukes his way for more. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again. Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Find some fresh air. You got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Second down coming up. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. When the play's going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, third down, touchdown.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, Get your feet set at the sticks. Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed. Get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Reynolds. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Running back searching for a hole. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And how do you counteract all the speed you have in college football? You chase the quarterback and the skill position guys with faster guys. You bring in more DBs. You bring them down in the box. You get them near the line of scrimmage so they can make big plays with their fast speed in the backfield.
The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here come the Irish back on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Looks as if he's going to run it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And our Cody, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun.
And just a great job on the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to pass. It's Carr. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
The Irish send out the punt unit. Here's the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Reynolds. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. The snap sets up the throw. Catch in the middle. It's Hudson. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Now on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Now on the move. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Carr. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. There he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Bring in the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Makes the grab. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown! Finding Irish. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him. And that is the way you finish a first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he did get that extra point through, no problem with the frozen tundra beneath him. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big game for the offense.
Leaves it with the running back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
Brings up second down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long. Now you're set up to fail.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
And first down for the offense.
And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Second down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Allen. Slithers into space. Picks up the first down, still moving. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
On the ground, it's Allen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up here.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll park it right around the 25. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They feed him again. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He leaves it with his back. Turning it on! They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Leaves it with the back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Quickly complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Give to the running back. He's got enough for the first. All down, and he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That's caught. It's blocked. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Toss to the outside. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. He's looking to pass. caught in the backfield. It's Price. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and then at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
He'll take it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And with that, they've taken the lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
That is a beautiful throw. We were all talking coming into this game. We weren't sure if anyone was going to be able to complete a pass because of these conditions. And as a quarterback, when you're throwing in the snow, the ball's slick. Anyone running a route, it's hard to get in and out of breaks. But those two guys were on the same page right there, coming up with a huge play in the inclement weather.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback on the keeper. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot. Get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Allen. Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Nittany Lions back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're going to ride this running back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for room, it's Allen. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Off play action on first down. Got his man on the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. There he goes. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
A designed run for the quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front seven has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football game.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's blocked. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. With the catch, it's Ross. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Yeah, what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Creates a little space. Turning it on. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
Might as well give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles it to the ground.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. They knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
Going for the big play. It's a mid-stride inside the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
With the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. On the move, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. They took it 64 yards right down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll ride his man on the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
This defense obviously came into this game prepared for the quarterback run. Linebackers, DBs, they're keying on him and just waited for him to pull that football, and you saw their ability to get hats to the ball quickly.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And when you're trailing by a couple possessions in the 4th quarter, you can't do much of this, much more. I mean, this offense has to find a way to attack the sidelines, the middle of the field, deep down the field. It can't be the little dink and dunk. This offense has got to find some explosive plays.
Fires to the big fella. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the ground with the back. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17.
Brings up second down.
Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like to understand, like I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.